All right, welcome back to another Right Stew podcast. I'm Paul Stewart.
And I am Brian Wright, and we got Paulie on scene in San Francisco, getting ready to watch the Giants play.
I'm in Oracle Park in San Francisco. I got seats in the right field bleachers. Unfortunately, no Barry Bonds to hit one over my head into McCovey Cove, but I got seats right there where Barry Bonds would hit dingers left and right during
You
his
think
playing.
anybody's going to be in the little canoes and the little kayaks back behind you in the bay?
I'm literally standing looking at it right now, and there is nobody in kayaks yet. I did see some like around the bay there. There's a bunch of sailboats kind of behind center field, and there's some guys kind of floating around in their kayaks.
Maybe they're getting ready, having a few booze, maybe. Hey, tell me this. I saw you before. Obviously, we weren't able to record just because of the quality of signal and stuff, but hey, I saw it looked like you were pretty bundled up there. What's the weather forecast we got?
It's chilly. Straight. I don't know if you've ever been to San Francisco, Brian, but it's never warm here. I've been here in July and wore a jacket to a ball game. It's never warm. I think the temperature is 58. Feels like 52. I think is what the weather app said. So I got my hat on, my toboggan as we call it in North Carolina. My not quite my big fat winter jacket, but just a jacket for sure. But man, excited about this one. So here for some work stuff. But literally, the hotel I'm staying at is next door to the stadium, and I mean, like, I can't be in a hotel next door to a stadium with a big league ball game going on and just sit in my hotel. And then I start looking at tickets. I'm like, oh man, I got these tickets for $15. So I get here. I like to get early. I'm walking around watching BP. Saw some good rounds of BP guys really working backside. Then I'm a little hungry, so I went and grabbed a slice of pizza. Slice of pizza literally costs more than my ticket to get into the ball game. Which it shouldn't be that way. I mean, that's not great, but man, beautiful stadium. Looks amazing. I got the Diamondbacks tonight, a division rival. Future Hall of Famer Justin Verlander on the bump for the Giants. So again, how many times do you get a chance to see a future Hall of Famer and a guy that you pitched against in the minor leagues?
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. I thought you did, and I was curious, like, what do you remember from that game, and how did you pitch?
So literally 20 years ago, it was 2005. I remember Justin Verlander was like a top 5 prospect in the minor leagues, and I was Paul Stewart, who was not a top 5 prospect, even on his own team. Probably not even. I wasn't even a top 5 guy in my own pitching rotation. Just tell you how that season was going. But Verlander was legit throwing mid upper 90s on the old guns. So he was bringing it. I think he hit 100 that year a few times. So he was doing okay.
Did he make it to the big leagues that year?
I think he got up at the end of that year. Yeah, I think he was like a September call up sort of thing, and then it was no looking back for Mr. Verlander. But I remember pitching well. I think I shared this story, but this is the game that he hit a guy, hit Rajay Davis on purpose, and then my pitching coach made me hit a guy, and I missed him twice. I threw behind him, and then Pete Cavilla threatened to rip my arms off and beat me with them. So that's what I remember about that game. So it was a good one. Did
you eventually hit him or no?
No, I threw behind him once, and then their dugout was chirping at me. I'm like, oh crap! It's like, oh, let's give it another shot. I threw behind him again. I missed him twice. And then that's when the whole dugout was like, "We know what you're doing here, fella, and you better stop it, or we're gonna beat you with your own arms." So I was like, "Oh God, that's."
I like my arms.
And then the guy ended up like grounding out on the next pitch, so it kind of worked out. But I felt terrible when you're supposed to hit a guy. Like, I want to hit the guy, yeah, for my teammates, for my friends, and you feel like kind of a jerk when you don't hit it. But yeah, I was clearly trying, but I should have tried better, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. It's interesting, dude. A lot of are you comfortable in your environment to talk about some different sports news today?
Yeah, man. Let's do it. So we're recording this clearly. I'm in pregame right now. So if you hear some noise in the background, we got the PA guy going. We got some folks in their seats.
I
Good.
feel like we got pretty good voice quality, at least what I'm hearing right now, Paulie.
Yeah, a lot of seagulls flying around too. A lot of seagulls overhead that are
I'd
watching.
say they're the rats of the air, is what I like to call them.
Yeah. I thought that was pigeons, but seagulls probably it's probably the same thing. But I'm literally as we're speaking now. If you want a visual, I'm standing behind the right field foul pole at Oracle Park in San Francisco.
Nice,
But
dude. That's freaking
let's
awesome.
your Tigers smacking around the Red Sox. Are they the best team in baseball, Brian?
I think so, dude. And they don't get a whole lot of love. I know the population of Detroit has really dropped over the years, and they're, even when they're playing the Red Sox, there's a lot of Red Sox fans in the stadium, and they were thrashing the Red Sox tonight, 14-1. The last thing I saw, but it's really interesting just because they don't get great fan support. They were kind of terrible last year, then snuck in and kind of made a little noise in the playoffs.
Yeah,
And they've
yeah.
got some guys. They've got just guys, honestly. Robertson, they got just play. I
Well,
really like them.
they might have the best pitcher in baseball with Tarek Skubal, right? So when you got Skubal going, game one of any series, I mean, you've got
You got a good chance.
a real chance
Yeah.
in a 3 or 5 game set. I mean, that's a big deal, man. You get him twice on the mound in a five
Yeah,
game
yeah.
for
And he's
sure.
tough, dude. He's tough.
Yeah,
He's
really,
tough.
really good. And then their lineup, it feels like just one of those lineups that, as a pitcher, you don't want to pitch against because they've got 1 through 9. They're really deep. I mean, they got Javi Baez that 9 hole.
And again, he is frustrating, and he kind of was kind of being made fun of years back, or maybe last year, year before last, where he was, swinging at balls in other batters' boxes. But
Yeah.
the reality is, dude, he's got juice in that bat. He's moved to center field. He's brought back some of the center field swag from like the 2000s, where guys, when they catch a fly ball, catch it with their glove hand turned sideways, right at their chest. He's
Snatching it
brought
down.
back, yeah,
Or
he's
Ricky
brought
Henderson.
back the Ricky Henderson swag catching fly balls.
Oh, love it, love it.
It's
Hey,
yeah, dude, they're freaking good
let
though.
me
But
let me get on that swag, Brian. So I think you sent me the video, or maybe I saw it. Have you seen the video of the Texas kid walking?
that's ridiculous. Yes,
Oh my god! So for those who haven't seen it, it was a freshman from the University of Texas. Doesn't look like he's played a lot. I haven't checked his stats
I
either.
think legitimately you're right. I think he had less than 10 at bats.
Either he was on like every upper you can be on, or he's just an absolute fool. Maybe both. But he walked. He drew a full count walk. But you would have thought that he just hit a 700-foot home run by the way he. I've never seen a bat flip on a walk. I mean, what? So go back and go look for it on YouTube or one of those Instagram or something. You'll find it pretty easily. But there's been a
Yeah,
lot of debate and a lot of discussion around like what are we doing in college baseball, right? I mean, and
I told you, bro. It's bad. It's a lot.
it starts
And
at the
again,
top though. It starts at the top with the coaches, man. The coaches they let that stuff happen.
I don't disagree.
So I don't know,
I
man.
think you're going to see some. I don't know if you'll see any tonight. I feel like Lovello, obviously, was my old manager. I don't think you will see a ton on Arizona side. You may see a little bit on San Francisco. They got a couple guys that like to toss bats. But I would say it's coming to the big leagues. But there is a lot of, well, it's all the way down into Little League baseball. I mean, swag and how you handle yourself when you have success is not being taught. That is for sure.
Yeah.
And just the reality of such a failure game. Like, I would be okay. I'm kind of okay. Like, if you try to show me up when you have success, I'm okay with me showing you up when I have success. And so I don't know where it ends at that point either, because I've always thought that, hey, you ain't going to start it, but you can finish it. So if I were to
Yeah.
walk one off or have some success, I may walk to first base after that.
Yeah, man. Like it's there's so many. Oh, they're announcing Verlander over here. Oh man, look at that. People love him. The people love him here in San Francisco. The no man, that's the thing, dude. Like that kid's a freshman. He's going to get a lot more at bats against whatever team that was. And it's like, dude, you're putting a target on your back, in my estimation. But I don't know. There's not a lot of internal policing of that, and I saw
Well, it's
some.
been limited. I kind of wish they would let. I think they should let every team. You could hit 2 guys a game before there's any consequences. Almost like you can get 2 yellow cards in a lot of sports
Yeah,
before there's any real consequences. I think you should be able to hit 2 guys a game, and then we
yeah.
could eliminate some of this nonsense.
Well, and I mean, and it will probably help the umpires a little bit. Just like, look, now we want to have this foolishness. And you've seen
Well,
umpires. I think umpires now are uh, much more aware. Like you see a walk or a home run, and they pop out from behind the plate, and
yeah, telling the guys to run.
they're almost
Yeah,
ushering the guys to the first base, and it's like, man,
I'm
yeah,
okay if you get pretty excited, you hit a walk-off home run,
yeah,
do
no, dude,
something where the game's over.
that's great.
But
What
a walk,
Jose Bautista did
yeah,
against in the playoffs. Sure, man, that might be the biggest hit of your life. The dude got the walk. They were down 7-2, like in the 8th inning or
that's
something.
what. Yeah, it wasn't close. It wasn't close. It wasn't a defining moment, other than people recognize you for being a clown for not knowing how to handle having an at bat that doesn't even count as an at bat. Right?
Yeah,
You're still 0 for 0. Right?
yeah,
And
and
you've got no base.
I did see some arguments. So I'm in a couple of like former pro ball player like groups on some socials, and a couple of the guys, it just kind of surprised me. We're like, hey, this is the way it is. Like we
Oh
need
yeah, well, I don't disagree with
we
that.
can't be the get off my lawn guy. We've got to embrace some of this. But then like I would say like 98% of the group that was like, screw that. That's clown. That's clown stuff. Like play the
It's clown
game.
stuff, but you need heels. We talked about this in some other
Yeah, that's
episodes.
fair.
You
That's
need
fair.
heels, and that guy just made himself a heel, and probably will eventually get one in the ear hole, and then, but you will look for that guy to get out, especially if you're a Texas A&M or somebody, a rival to that school. Every one of these schools have a barstool Instagram that
I was just
can
talking
be pretty
trash.
vicious. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I mean, all the way down to high school level. I don't know who monitors these things, who runs these things. They can get pretty vicious. And
Yeah.
so it can be, I think it's going to be, I don't think it's getting any better. I think the look at me attitude is just getting more and more and more. You're going to be the exception if you get a hit and don't do some type of swag celebration at second base, which I'm kind of a fan of. I like acting like you've done it before.
We
But
need
again,
to maybe we need to institute that with our travel team. Let's be the anti-heroes sort of thing. Let's do the non look at me situation at second base. Like
well, I
let's
agree
have
with
let's have
that,
our
but I'm
kids
going to tell
turn
you,
to center field away.
We got 2 or 3 kids that I can already tell you would do it, and then we got 2 or 3 that definitely wouldn't do it, and we probably in between that got kids that can be swayed depending on who's doing it. If
It's
that
on us,
makes sense.
Brian. It's on us. All
I
right.
agree.
So, as some observations going here at the ballpark. Uh, the Giants have their traditional home uniforms. They've got the cream white. They don't have the traditional bright
Cream.
white. They've got that cream kind of
Yeah,
kind of light. I don't even know what to call it. What do you call that?
I call it cream or beige. Yeah,
Yeah, so their home whites have a little brown tint to them. What do you think of it? Do you
I'm a
like that?
fan. I do. I think it makes them unique. Um, I do like that. I mean, and again, maybe because of my time and my era, but just Barry Bonds running around in that color. They've had
Yeah,
that kind of style for a long time, and it makes them unique. I am a fan.
yeah. It's a kind of classic. It feels like a throwback look. I
Yeah,
like
it's
it.
like they couldn't get the uniform completely clean.
There's all right. So looks like Cattell Marte and Willie Adames. Both teams are out stretching right now, and Marte and Adames look like they're just chatting it up in center field, just short center field before the game. What are your thoughts on guys fraternizing prior to the game starting?
I think it's much more of a professional baseball type situation. I was not a fan when I was in college. I was not a fan in high school, but I would say once you play professional baseball, and especially if you play for longer than I played, even as long as I played, like I would talk to guys that I played against in college, like Brian Prince and some of those guys that I knew really well, played summer baseball with.
Yeah.
And so I'm okay. What I'm not okay with is once the game has started. And I don't like that. Once the game started, let's compete and try to kick each other in the teeth. And then before and after, we can be class. We can have class.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it looks like, and it feels like it's a very kind of cultural thing. So I've been to several big league games the past few years, and it tends to be more the Latin American players who kind of chatting short center field. I remember down in Tampa, Adolis Garcia and Randy Rosarina chatted up for a while. But the ones that I've seen have typically been a little more on the kind of the Latin American side. So I mean, maybe just talking about things from
But you
back
played a
home.
long time. I'm sure once you switched clubs, you knew guys on the other side, especially if you weren't pitching or weren't
Well,
playing
it
that
was
day.
different as a pitcher because I was never out doing this stuff prior to a game.
Right.
If I was out there, I was like really locked in. A few times I like to go out and stretch with the boys. Just mix it up a little bit.
Oh, for
Uh,
sure.
get
For
out in the
sure.
team stretch. It was always fun. Liven it up a little bit. The guys liked it, but it was never. Yeah, I didn't have enough
You were
time
never
to do it.
fraternizing.
No, well, I wasn't out there. Like in minor leagues, you're still doing kind of a team stretch up until about Double A. But now,
It must be organization to organization. We did not. We
yeah,
did not in A-ball.
the Brewers went really heavy on strength and conditioning coaches early 2000s, and the guy we had that year specifically that I'm thinking of was really really good. Did a good job with everybody. Had like personalized plans for
Oh, that's
everybody.
good. That's
So
good.
little shout out
Hey,
to
let me.
EJ O'Malley, better known around the clubhouse as Eduardo James. So
I like all that. I like all
yeah,
that. Hey, let's get you out of here on this. Derek Carr retired for the
the
Saints.
Saints. Yeah, the Saints.
Give up $30 million.
He got to keep some of it.
Supposedly that was what's left on his contract, though, right?
They let him keep like 10 million of his signing bonus. That's not against their salary cap now. No, they let him keep some. I think it was from I heard the terms earlier today, and from a situation like that, it seemed like a pretty fair mutual parting.
All right, so let's say it's $20 million. Are you giving up 20 million, or are you going to rehab one more time for 20 million?
I think I don't think he's done playing. To be fair,
Oh, you don't?
no, I think he's retired. But I think if crap, they're doing a moment of silence for somebody right now. Crap, I ruined
All right,
that.
I'll
Hold
fill
on.
the air.
No,
I'll
we're done. National anthem. We're doing national anthem. Where's the flag?
All right.
All right.
Hey,
All right.
this is
I gotta
national
go.
anthem.
All right.
Get us out of here on this.
All right. Love you guys. Out of here.
Out. Go Pack.
Little addendum to the show tonight. Good ball game. Good ball game. Giants lost 2-1. Corbin Carroll 2 solo home runs that really that was all the offense that the Diamondbacks needed. Good pitching, good defense all around. Some really spectacular plays. And you know what? On the way out of the stadium, got me an amazing looking hot dog here. I'm gonna eat that. I'm running on West Coast time now. I need to get to bed. Thanks for listening today.